So as I'm reading Mark 4:35 on through, and it's how Jesus calms the storm. Now I know you probably read this story a million times, but let's go through it a little bit more. So in this story, you have the disciples and Jesus, and they're in a boat and they're going across the water. Now, the storm comes and the waves are roaring. And the disciples are scared and they think that they're going to die. And so they run and wake up Jesus. And Jesus comes and says, "Peace, be still." And then he asks them a question: "Ye still have little faith?" I want to break that down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, the funny part about it is that this half of the disciples were fishermen. So they should have been used to the waves and the storms. And on top of that, they already had Jesus performing miracles all that day. They watched him perform these miracles all that day. So I want to bring to your attention, right, that the disciples should have had enough faith of the situation because they've been there before with the storms and the waves roaring. Now, metaphorically speaking, these are the same as hard and rough times in our lives. They should have known that those waves and that storm would have subsided eventually. And they should have known that because they had seen Jesus performing miracles all day, that long as he is with them, nothing shall happen to them. See, it's interchangeable, and you have to think about everything because, metaphorically speaking, we go through all of these ups and downs in life. We go through problems, and we know that eventually we're going to go through them. We're going to get through them. And we still feel some type of way about it. We just feel like we're anxious and we're not sure how it's going to turn out. But we know if we look back at many times before that it always worked out. And 10 out of 10, it worked out for your best interest, right? And it helped you grow some on your faith. And we know that when things get tough, we can always call on Jesus no matter what. That he's always with us, within us, to help us navigate through these waters of life. But it comes a point to where you have to have faith within yourself to know that it's going to work out because Jesus have always shown you that it's going to be okay. Many times over. So your faith has to be way stronger than the situation at hand. Trust me, I know. I have been there. When I say I have been there, I have been there in many different situations. In one ultimate situation. And your faith has to be stronger than the situation. With just a mustard seed, it is great. So when your faith grows like that mustard seed, it becomes even bigger and beautifuler and stronger and all of these things. But you have to have that faith to know that this situation is not going to get you down. Joy comes in the morning. And if you really can't bear it, then, go ahead and call on Jesus. But he done already gave you enough to show you that you're going to always be all right. Fear not. And I said this in one of my videos before. Fear not is in the Bible 365 times. Therefore, every day you should not fear. Whatever arises, understand it will dissipate. So I thought that I would share that with you. Let you understand, start this day with beautiful, beautiful productivity in your faith that everything, whatever it is going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I promise you it's going to be all right. Jesus has showed you 1,000 times over that every situation that you have been in that was devastating, that seemed that it was just the end of the world, that it always worked out for you in your favor. So keep your faith strong. Keep your faith strong and let it grow. Like, comment, share, save. I love you, but God loves you more.